another bold step to bolster the Philippines' maritime defense and law enforcement capabilities, the Philippine Coast Guard has selected ASELSAN, a leading Turkish defense company, to supply two 30mm remote-controlled weapon stations, or RCWS. These advanced weapon systems are set to be installed aboard the Magbanua-class 97-meter multi-role response vessels, the largest and most capable ships currently in the PCG fleet. You're watching Max Def PH, your trusted source for the latest developments in Philippine defense and military modernization. In this video, we dive into the significance of this upgrade, the capabilities of the new weapon systems, and what it means for the operational power of the Philippine Coast Guard in the face of increasing maritime challenges. The Philippine Coast Guard currently operates two Magbanua-class multi-role response vessels, the BRP Teresa Magbanua, MRRV 9701, and BRP Melchora Aquino, MRRV 9702. These ships were built in Japan by Mitsubishi Shipbuilding and delivered under the Maritime Safety Capability Improvement Project between 2022 and 2023. These 97-meter vessels are by far the most capable assets in the PCG's inventory. With a range of over 4,000 nautical miles and an endurance of up to 16 days at sea, they are ideal platforms for long-range patrols in the West Philippine Sea and Philippine Rise. However, up until now, these ships were only armed with manually operated 12.7mm heavy machine guns, insufficient when faced with modern threats like armed vessels, fast boats, or gray zone operations from foreign maritime militias. The new 30mm RCWS from ASELSAN will change that. ASELSAN is Turkey's largest defense company, well known for its high-tech defense electronics, communications equipment, radar systems, and weapons. For the Philippine Coast Guard, ASELSAN will supply two 30mm stabilized naval gun systems, which will now serve as the main armament of the Magbanua-class vessels. While the exact model was not disclosed, ASELSAN's most widely used 30mm naval gun is the Smash RCWS, which is based on the Mk-44 Bushmaster II autocannon. It has been installed on dozens of Turkish Navy ships, as well as vessels operated by Qatar, Malaysia, and the UAE. Here's what makes this system such a big leap forward for the Philippine Coast Guard: stabilization. Unlike manual machine guns, the 30mm RCWS is gyro-stabilized, which means it can maintain accurate aim even while the ship is moving or rolling at sea. Remote control. Operated from within the combat or bridge center, the gunner can engage threats without exposing themselves to enemy fire or harsh sea conditions. Precision fire. With integrated electro-optical sensors, thermal imaging, laser rangefinders, and ballistic computers, the gun can engage surface targets like small boats or unmanned drones with high accuracy, day or night. Firepower. The 30mm autocannon can fire at rates of up to 200 rounds per minute, using high-explosive, armor-piercing, or programmable airburst ammunition. Its effective range extends well beyond 2 kilometers, giving the ship a powerful punch in both defensive and offensive scenarios. The selection of ASELSAN and the upgrade of the Magbanua-class ships come at a time when the Philippines faces increasing challenges in asserting its maritime sovereignty, especially in the West Philippine Sea. In recent years, Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia ships have harassed Filipino fishermen, shadowed Philippine Coast Guard vessels, and even used dangerous maneuvers and water cannons to disrupt supply missions. In this context, arming Philippine Coast Guard ships with more capable weapons is a matter not just of national pride, but of operational necessity. While these 30mm guns won't turn the Magbanua class into warships, they significantly raise their defensive posture and deterrence capability. As security analyst Jose Custodio once noted, quote, "Even symbolic upgrades can shift the balance at sea, especially when paired with assertive patrolling and strategic alliances." While the exact contract value was not disclosed, the cost of 2 RCWS units with integration typically ranges between $3 to $5 million USD, depending on specifications and offset agreements. Delivery and installation of the systems are expected to be completed by late 2025 or early 2026, depending on shipyard schedules and integration timelines. It's likely the BRP Teresa Magbanua will be the first to receive the upgrade, given that it is the lead ship of the class. This move may also pave the way for additional weapon upgrades across other PCG vessels. The Parola-class 44-meter patrol vessels, for example, currently operate with only 12.7 mm and 7.62 mm machine guns. If funding permits, the Coast Guard may consider fitting more RCWS across its fleet, potentially standardizing combat systems and simplifying logistics. The Philippine government's choice to go with ASELSAN instead of Western or Japanese suppliers signals a strategic diversification in defense partnerships. While Japan built the Magbanua-class ships and remains a key donor, Tokyo does not currently offer its own naval RCWS systems to foreign coast guards. Turkey, on the other hand, has aggressively marketed ASELSAN's systems to Southeast Asia and Africa. In addition to naval guns, the company also offers radar, electronic warfare, and surveillance systems, all of which could be of interest to the Philippines in future phases of modernization. ASELSAN's growing track record in maritime defense and its relatively low cost compared to European competitors made it an ideal partner. This development is not just about firepower. It marks a shift in how the Philippines views the Coast Guard, not merely as a humanitarian or law enforcement agency, but as a frontline maritime security force capable of protecting national interests in contested waters. In fact, Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gil Gavin previously said that the Magbanua-class vessels were designed with multi-role capabilities, meaning they could perform everything from search and rescue to environmental protection to sovereignty patrols in the most remote parts of the archipelago. By equipping these ships with a modern, stabilized 30mm cannon, the Coast Guard is reinforcing that vision. To sum up, the Philippine Coast Guard's decision to equip its largest vessels with ASELSAN 30mm remote-controlled cannons is a small but powerful step toward a more capable, responsive, and respected maritime force. These guns don't just add firepower, they add confidence, deterrence, and operational flexibility in one of the most contested maritime regions in the world. As maritime disputes grow more complex and dangerous, every upgrade matters. And for the Philippine Coast Guard, this marks a significant milestone in its evolution into a 21st century force. Stay tuned here on MaxDefPH for more updates on the Philippine Coast Guard, Navy, and Armed Forces modernization. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the latest defense stories from Southeast Asia and beyond.